I forgot to mention the other thing that you're going to need is a paper plate, or if you have a paint palette, you can use that. So you can pour your paints into your paint palette. You don't need a whole lot of paint, just a little bit, because you're not going to use a whole bunch. So I don't really like the blue that I have, so I'm going to mix it with white to make us just a softer blue. And when you mix colors, you always just start with a little bit, and then you can always add more. Okay, so I'm gonna paint my paper. It needs to be a little bit more blue. Make sure you get the color that you like. I need some more paint. And you're going to be able to paint right over top of this while it's wet. It won't matter. Okay, so you paint right off the edge of your paper here. That's why you want the newspaper or another piece of paper underneath of it, so that the whole thing gets painted. I might just put some streaks of blue in mine. Like that. Okay. So then with your flowers, I have my 3 flowers here that I'm going to use. Okay. I'm just going to dip it in the paint. I'm going to start with green because that's like the water lily base. The pads are green. So I'm going to start with green and dip my flower in there with a little bit of white on there. And you just kind of dab your paper. And you can dab off your paper. It doesn't have to be symmetrical or anything. Just put it on there. You can even like twist it, see what that does. Okay, so that's going to be my flower base, the lily pads, and you can use kind of like the edge of your flower too, just like the side of it. Doesn't have to be flat on, it can be off to the side as well. Okay, just make it a little interesting. You can go back over it too. All right, and then I'm going to add some pink. Put a little bit more on there. I do 2 of these. I do one to show you the finished product, and then I do another one alongside of you. So I'm going to put the paint on the petals. I might dip it in a little bit of white, and then I'm going to go on top of the lily pad with the pink. You can turn it in different directions. And if you get paint on your fingers, it's okay, right? Because painting can be messy, but it cleans up, no problem. And if the flower petal falls off, you just pick it up. It's not a big deal. Okay. And let's see, I might just do some little soft reflective lines here too. Okay. And then the purple, I put like in the center of my flowers. You can always add white. So do you see how it's the impression of the actual thing, right? It's a flower, but it's the impression of it. Like when you're on the beach and you're walking in the sand and you leave an impression of your footprint behind. Okay, so that's pretty much it. So you can do as much as you want or as little as you want or use as many colors. It's up to you. So that is our Monet water lily pond right there. All right, well, I hope that you enjoyed this lesson, and Claude Monet, say his name, Claude Monet. It'll help you remember it. And I'll talk to you soon.